What did we tell you? What did we tell you? What did we tell you? You put a healthy Denver Nuggets squad on the court. This is what you go get. You put a healthy team on the court. This is the you're gonna get. You put a healthy Denver Nuggets squad on the court. This is exactly what you're gonna get. Money. Michael Porter Jr., Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, Bruce Brown, KCP, Blocko Chanchar, everybody. You put a healthy squad on the roster, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Make sure the audio is all right. The system been trying to play with me. I'm sorry it took so long to get on, but you already know they was trying to hate on it because they just got done sweeping the season series versus the Clippers. Sweeping the season series versus the Clippers. Y'all, I want y'all to realize this. They played 4 times. The Nuggets have blown them out by double digits. 3. Blown them out by double digits 3 times. And today, they made it a game. And the Denver Nuggets were able to dominate. Because they quite simply, have the best player in the NBA. Best player in the NBA. So all the questions, all the naysayers, all the nonsense, that is what it is. The Denver Nuggets got Nikola Jokic, and you don't. The Denver Nuggets got Nikola Jokic, and you do not. And it's really quite that simple. We are on the precipice of something special. We are truly on the precipice of something special. We are currently in the midst of the greatest season, or maybe what could be the greatest Denver Nuggets season in franchise history. And everybody was worried. Everybody was talking. Everybody has been asking the question, can Nikola Jokic do what he needs to do to close out the game? Can he do what he needed to do to close out the game? Everybody said Jokic can't score on volume. Jokic can't do this and that. Jokic, you can't trust him when he only takes 10, 11 shots a game. Well, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Nikola Jokic shot the ball 21 times, 22 times. He was 14 of 21 from 2 for 67%. He was 12 of 15 at the line for 80%. And here we go. 23-0. 23-0 on the season when he gets a triple-double. 23-0 on the season when he gets a triple-double. Yo, man, what are we even talking about? 40, 17, and 10. 40, 17, and 10. Yo, this is crazy, bro. This is absolutely asinine. And folks got you asking questions. Can he get it done? Is he a volume scorer? Can he get you a shot? Can he get you a bucket when you need him to? Go ahead. Check this out for yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Nikola Jokic messed around and got a triple-double. He's 23rd of the season. He had 40 points, 17 rebounds, 10 assists, 3 steals, with the game-sealing steal for the alley-oop to give him a triple-double. Come on now. Look at those numbers. 40, 17, and 10 on 40 of 22. 40, 40 points, 22 shots. 40 points, 22 shots, y'all. I mean, you tell me. You tell me. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. This is from Coach Michael Malone. Let me read this to you. Direct quote from Coach Michael Malone. He says, if you're looking for a super athlete to win MVP, Jokic isn't your candidate. If you're looking for a great player that impacts winning in every possible way, whose team is first place in the West, he's your man. Frankly, I don't give a damn what people think. I don't give a damn what people think. You know what's funny? You know what's funny is I heard. So yeah, y'all might have heard something different than I have. I heard that Michael Porter Jr. wasn't a great player, wasn't somebody that could be on a championship level team. I heard that Michael Porter Jr. wasn't worth the contract. Well, let me see. Y'all let me know. Michael Porter Jr. versus Kawhi Leonard versus Paul George versus Norman Powell versus Russell Westbrook versus Marcus Morris versus everybody on that roster. Michael Porter Jr. had 29 points and 11 rebounds on 12 of 18 from the field, 4 of 8 from 3, and with 1 free throw. And he was a plus 17 tonight. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you heard that right. Michael Porter Jr. had 29 points and 11 rebounds on 12 of 18 shooting. 12 of 18 shooting versus an elite level defense in the NBA. Wow. So you say. Michael Porter Jr. was unbelievable tonight. Right there with Nikola Jokic. Michael Porter Jr. tonight, 29 points, 11 rebounds, 12 of 18, 4 of 8, plus 17. Nikola Jokic, 40 points, 17 rebounds, and 10 assists, 14 of 22 shooting, 12 of 15 from the free throw line, 3 steals, plus 11. Jamal Murray tonight, 21 points, 5 rebounds, and 12 assists on 8 of 22 shooting, 4 of 13 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 steals, plus 13. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, 8 points and 1 rebound, 2 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 3 of 3 from the free throw line with 3 steals, plus 9. Aaron Gordon, first game back, 6 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. 0 of 5 from 3, 3 of 9 from the field, fouled out with 6 fouls, a plus 5. The Nuggets starters, dominant. Here's the Clippers starters. Kawhi Leonard, 33 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists on 12 of 19, 3 of 4 from 3, and 6 of 8 from the free throw line, minus 10. Paul George, 23, 4 and 4 on 6 of 13, 0 of 4 from 3, minus 18. Marcus Morris, 6, 3 and 2, minus 17. Mason Plumlee, 7 and 10 and 1, minus 15. Russell Westbrook, 17, 5 and 4 and 6 of 10, minus 12. The Denver Nuggets, I think at this point, have the best starting unit in the NBA. Now, if you want to argue the Golden State Warriors, I'm not going to push back too much. But at this point in time, if we're doing on volume, I think it has to be the Denver Nuggets because they play so well connected. Jamal Murray hasn't shot well since he came back from the All-Star break. And he looked a little hampered at the end of the game tonight. But he was still able to give you 21 points and 12 assists as your lead point guard and lead decision maker. Now, you want better from Jamal? No problem. You want more efficiency from Jamal? No problem. You will not get any pushback from me. But the fact of the matter is that Jamal Murray next to Michael Porter Jr., next to Nikola Jokic, that's a problem. It's a problem. Because you don't have enough defensively to deal with them when they're all playing together and they're playing within the flow of the game. I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm trying to tell you, dog, like, this team is special. Yeah, they got some bad losses in there, no doubt. They shouldn't have lost to Memphis the way they did. They lost to the Orlando Magic on the road. They lost to the Boston Celtics to start the year in Boston by like 20-plus points, 26 points maybe. They lost without Nikola Jokic to OKC, without Nikola Jokic to the New York Knicks. They lost with Joker when he came back from COVID to the Detroit Pistons with no Cade Cunningham and no Sadiq Bey. Facts. They have terrible losses on their roster, but they have a great winning record versus teams that are over 500 this season. And on the home court, I think they're 28-4 now. And that means they're also 26-2, I believe, with Nikola Jokic this year. So at some point in time, people are going to have to wise up. A lot of folks are still really slow on the Nuggets. They don't believe in them. They're worried about them, this and that. Can they play defense? Can they lock in? Well, time after time after time, the number 2 clutch defense in the NBA and the best clutch team in the NBA, they keep showing up. And whenever, for the most part, whenever they've been asked to perform up to expectation in the clutch, they have overperformed. They put teams away. Last 5 minutes of the game, the Denver Nuggets were up 18 points at one point in time in this game. The Clippers fought back valiantly. The Nuggets were playing dumb basketball for stretches. But then the game gets tight. Within 5, under 5 minutes left, that's clutch time according to the NBA. This is the best team in the NBA because they have the best execution, bar none. They got the best execution, bar none. And you got Jokic, Murray, Porter, Gordon, KCP, and Bruce Brown when he needs to play. What you got? Ball up. Basically, right now, from the last 5 minutes of the game into the overtime, you got to deal with me, partner. So what's good? What's good? So this is where we are. The Nuggets have shown a level of grit, a level of engagement, a level of commitment that they have overcome so much adversity. Gordon just got back today from a rib injury. Jamal Murray has been coming back from an ACL injury from April of 2021, having to deal with swelling on the other knee because of overcompensation. That's very standard when you're coming back for a major injury like that. Porter came back from a back injury. He got stepped up under by Russell Westbrook today. Rolled his ankle slightly, but he was fine. Gordon, when he first came over to the Nuggets, people thought he got an overpay for getting a 4-year, $92 million deal. They said he wasn't worth it. They said that Jokic, he's making $60 million a year. He's a back-to-back MVP. When's he going to prove it? I'm telling you, man, these dudes buy into the process together. And don't be fooled. Don't let people undersell you. The entire last 5 minutes of the game to overtime, it was a 1v1 matchup between Kawhi Leonard, one of the greatest playoff performers of his era, and Nikola Jokic, the back-to-back MVP on his way to his 3rd straight MVP. And Kawhi Leonard, fully healthy, got outplayed by that man in Denver. That happened. So Jokic passed Kawhi Leonard about a year and a half ago for me. But Jokic has solidified himself as him and I think Giannis are the only 2 players I have in the best player in the world conversation. And he's beaten Giannis for me the last 2 seasons because of the MVP. In the playoff, again, he showed up, did a job. So did Giannis. But for me, those are the 2 best players in the NBA. But the thing is, people keep questioning if Joker is able to do the shot-making component, like the Michael Jordan, the LeBron James, the Kobe Bryant, that in the game, can you get a bucket? I just watched Nick Wright on television when he said, do you trust Nikola Jokic to get a bucket? I would take at least 5 players over him to end the game to get a bucket. And we keep hearing stuff about Jokic that is just simply untrue, that's not based on historical precedent. Because if you were keeping track, he has the most game winners in the NBA since 2018. In the playoffs, got a Game 7 winner to end the game over Rudy Gobert, who had won 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards at that point in time. He closed out the San Antonio Spurs. He had a really, really good game versus Portland in the second round in the Game 7. And then he, again, had a triple-double on 16 points, 22 rebounds, and 13 assists to close out the same Clippers team in the bubble in 2020. And then 2 years ago versus the Portland Trail Blazers, closed out the game with a 36-point special, I believe, in a Game 6 on the road. And then without nobody on this roster, when everybody was down and out, when they were completely fatigued, that's the only one of the 4 teams to make the conference finals in the bubble, to make it to the second round of next year. He has a 30-20-10 game versus the Phoenix Suns in game 3. And people say he didn't do nothing. People say he didn't show up. And I'm so sick of people getting on Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr., when he's healthy, is it. He buys into playing defense. He buys into getting rebounds. He buys into getting shots. Man, he was coming off the dribble today, getting to the rack, and people said that he couldn't do it. Like, at some point in time, I know they are not America's team. I know Jokic is not America's athlete. I know MPJ is not America's athlete. I know Jamal Murray doesn't feel like he's in the same echelon as some of the upper tier players in a similar position. The Devin Bookers and the Jaylen Browns and the Donovan Mitchell. I get that. I know that Aaron Gordon is just a dunk contest merchant for people. But at some point in time, you got to be able to look on the court and say that why has this been the best clutch team in the NBA the last 5 years? Why with this roster, with this iteration, have they been the best clutch team in the NBA? So if all this stuff is happening and all these narratives are being put out there, but yet the Nuggets keep putting up results, and at some point in time, you got to buy in to what you're seeing, what you're witnessing. Now, they will lose another game they shouldn't lose. They will lose a game by 20, probably in the playoffs, because that's what they do. They've done that every year, basically. They do that all the time. They've always done that. They will find a way to just give away a game. So I expect that. But I know if the series gets tighter, they get better. As the series gets more serious, they get better. And now they're not at a talent deficit. That's the scary thing about the Nuggets. There's not a talent deficit anymore. That was their issue. So everybody, if you're a Denver Nuggets fan, if you're a Jokic fan, you're a Michael Porter Jr. family member, if you're a Jamal Murray supporter, if you're an AG family member or supporter, you from Cali, you from Canada, you from Missouri, you from Serbia, you from KCP in Georgia, you from Miami, you from New York, you from Vermont, Wisconsin, wherever you from, buy into these dudes. Because they're committed and they want to win. They want to do it the right way. Shout out to the super chat we got from Gordon Glasner. Now, this is an MVP statement win. Best clutch player and team in the NBA. You ain't going to get no argument from me, homie. You ain't going to get no argument from me. Shot for shot with Kawhi Leonard down the stretch. Shot for shot with Kawhi Leonard down the stretch. Best playmaker in the NBA. One of the best scorers in the NBA. What you want me to say? I'm trying to tell you, man, this team is special. This team is truly special, man. They're doing some special stuff this year. Just enjoy it. Bruce Brown off the bench had 13, 7, and 2 on 5 of 10. He was a +6. Really good game from him. Important defense, especially. And this is what I love. I love that Coach Michael Malone, when AG fouled out, he didn't put in Vaco, but he put MPJ at the 4 because he said, MPJ, I'm going to trust you because you're one of my key guys. You're one of the core 4. You are a part of the core 4. I'm going to keep you on the court, and he paid off big time. Bruce Brown stepped in, played good defense, hit some really, really, really clutch 3 as well. Reggie Jackson had 7 points and 4 rebounds. Best game was a Nugget, 2 of 6, 2 of 5, 1 of 1, or 1 of 2, -3. Vlaco, 6 points, 1 rebound, 2 of 3 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, -6. Thomas Bryant had 4 points and 3 rebounds in 11 minutes, 1 of 3, -2. The Nuggets shot 51% from the field and 33% from 3. The Clippers shot 49% from the field and 32% from 3. Not a great shooting game from the 3 for either team. The Nuggets were 23 of 31 from the 74% from the free throw line. The Clippers were 83% on 25 of 30. Nuggets had 14 turnovers to the Clippers 12. They had 35 assists to the Clippers 24, man. That's who they are. They had 50 rebounds and 11 offensive rebounds to the Clippers 38 and 6. 3 blocks to the Clippers 5. 10 steals to the Clippers 11. 23 personal fouls to the Clippers 25. And 1 technical to the Clippers 0. They did what they were supposed to do. The Denver Nuggets now have the Houston Rockets coming up on Tuesday. They got the Houston Rockets coming up on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And then they got the Memphis Grizzlies at home again. And then they got 2 days off. And then they'll have the Toronto Raptors at home and Chicago at home. And then they're back off to San Antonio. So a great opportunity to put together a really important string of wins, y'all. But Swipa gang, I'm telling you, man, enjoy this season because you know what? This is the best this is the best it's ever been. Doesn't mean it's going to be the best it will ever be. But after the last 2 years of absolutely living in purgatory with this team, when you didn't have players on the court and you didn't know what to expect on a night-to-night basis, enjoy it for real. Because right now, you got a player, the first since Larry Bird, since 84, 86, that's going to win 3 straight MVPs. You got the healthiest team that you've ever had. You have the most talented team you've ever had with the best coach, at least one of the 3 best coaches in Nuggets history as well. Enjoy every part of it because you never know. And we already know. We've been there the last 2 years, but here we are. Hey, Swipa gang, hit the subscribe button, hit the like, share the information, share the people know where you like to get your favorite NBA content, y'all. Swipa gang, I will see y'all soon.